Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm excited to present to you a video, 5 reasons why I'm excited for Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation, for those of you who don't know, is an upcoming MMO game or massive multiplayer online game that is really slated to correct a lot of the wrongs, I guess you could say, that have been going on in the MMO industry. Now, I could talk about those wrongs, but I'll save that for another video. Today, we're actually going to focus on these 5 reasons why I'm so excited for this game. Now, before we begin, if you wish to know any more information about this, there are going to be links down below where you can actually learn more about this game. There's a lot of info to take in. Fortunately, the community for this game is actually really helpful and really inviting. So I would highly suggest that you check out this information and just learn a little bit more about the game. But for those of my viewers who do know about this game, stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first reason I'm excited for Ashes of Creation has to do with the corruption system. The corruption system, if I was to really sum it up, really has to do with a system that is designed around the rules of engaging and fighting with other players. There have been other games that have done corruption systems that are kind of along these lines. Specifically, the system that I'm thinking is Ultima Online, where you had a famed karma system. Whereas if you would attack an innocent player, you would lose karma, and if you did good deeds of sorts, then you would gain karma and things like that. Well, the corruption system, as it has been described so far, is really about if you do a negative deed, if you will, you'll gain corruption. And the more corruption you gain, the more severe your penalty will be if you die in the game. All right. So the reason why I'm excited for this is because I have never been a fan of games that have hard limits on when and where you can attack people. I believe that there should be penalties if you attack someone that's out of the box at some point, but not too severe so that you would discourage, just in general, just the conflict that goes along in worlds. And the corruption system appears to be one that will address this. For example, if somebody is annoying me and, I'm running around in the world, I just went off them, basically. They may annoy me to the point where I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'll take the death penalty or the corruption penalty when I die and just kill them off. But at the same time, it, will discourage excessive, I guess you could say, non-consensual combat, because, you gain too much and you'll lose a lot. So I really like the system and some of the base tenets for how it worked in Ultima Online. So I'm excited for what it's going to be in Ashes of Creation. Now, the second reason that I'm excited for Ashes of Creation is Open World PvX. I really like open world games that are large, expansive, and have a mixture of player versus player and player versus environment, or PvP and /PvE. The real benefit for this, it feels more like a world that is kind of immersive, if you will. There's always a danger of being attacked by other players, but at the same time, you're out with your group and you're doing things to either advance your character or, to take place in the world. It's just immersive. And so there are, of course, other games that feature this. Arc Age, off the top of my head, World of Warcraft, when it first came out before it became too instanced. I like games that focus on that open world PvE. Not too instanced or anything like that, but really where you're throwing players together and you're saying make something of it. Another good example is EVE Online. Games that do that, open world PvX, if you will, in that sort of manner, to me, are highly enjoyable, and it's another reason why I'm excited for this game. The third reason why I'm excited for this game is really the focus on group content. One of the things that I think the MMO industry has done wrong in the past coming years, and I can see how it kind of went down this trend, is the focus on solo play. It's gotten to the point where an MMO will come out and it's so solo focused that you might as well be playing a single player game. You can do everything by yourself, and while that's helpful or may seem helpful in the short run, it doesn't keep people around. There's no community. The open world aspect and combined with the fact that they're focusing on group emphasis really helps foster community, and community is ultimately what builds MMOs. So I'm really enjoying that aspect. I mean, seeing it kind of come to fruition and kind of come together, at least specifically from the dev videos and what they're emphasizing that groups will be 8 players large. And they're really going to focus on mechanics that bring people together, taverns, the node systems of governance. It should be pretty interesting, and yet just another reason why I'm really focused on Ashes of Creation. Now, the fourth reason that I'm really excited for this game is really the class customization and the large amount of classes. To me, this is a great thing. One of my biggest pet peeves in MMOs is, the low amount of customization. I like it where you have so many classes out there that you have really got to take time to know specifically what they're going to do. And the way that they did it was they introduced, I think it was 8 base classes that you can choose from, and then you can choose a secondary class which will customize those abilities. And the combination of the two produce completely different things. So for example, if you chose a fighter and a tank, that would be different, vastly different from a tank and a fighter, choosing them in that separate order because they augment your skills differently. And so if you combine that, I'm not sure with how many skills we'll actually get per class, but we should see some pretty good customizations. Just the class aspect alone to me is enough to make me excited. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the fifth and most important aspect that I'm really looking forward to is the concept of a living world. A living world that changes around based on things that people are doing and accomplishing is something that really is exciting. And I'm really tracking what they're doing with the node system. If you, again, read more about the node system, and at another date, I'll actually do a video kind of covering what we know about the system as well. But the basic tenet is, as you quest, as you kill monsters, as you do dungeons, the world changes, the node grows, tougher monsters come in and all that good stuff. How it actually gets executed, I'm really hoping they succeed on this point, because that's really one of the big draws for this game. But it's another thing that's got me excited. It's a constantly changing world, one that's not static. So all hats off to them, and let's hope that they actually accomplish it. So those are 5 things that I'm really excited for with Ashes of Creation, and I really hope they turn out well. Again, this game is in development. Who knows how it'll turn out, but hopefully it's positive. And I'm again really looking forward to this, so it should be a fun ride. In other news, you can follow me obviously in Discord. My Discord ID will be down there, as well as my Twitch, as well as a link to the From the Ashes podcast that I am on as well too, and kind of just talk with. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.